I think you've done enough character development. This is what a friend who has been following my journey over the last few years and has seen me struggle and heard stories about what was happening in my life just told me recently. And I agreed so much. I was like, you know what? It's been a roller coaster of all kinds, from heartbreak to trauma to business failures to financial hardship to unemployment to even harassment recently. And I have had to manage a lot, which means I also had to learn a lot. I had to lean into it. I had to, do a lot of personal development to try to figure things out and understand who I was, and changing some of my beliefs, changing some of my behaviors. And I feel like I've reached a point where it's really enough. And I wanted to share that with you today as a very short, inspirational video, because I feel sometimes, you can keep fighting against yourself. You can keep trying to improve yourself. You can keep trying to change things, and you are always in this constant kind of search for being more, or feeling that you are not enough, or you need to learn the next thing. And I feel sometimes being in this mode where I'm always scratching my brain to figure out what I need to do next, how I need to develop myself again, feels sometimes quite exhausting, to be honest. It feels like I'm constantly fighting against the world and constantly um, yeah, having to level up. And it feels like at some point it's becoming more, even more toxic than I think it was and what I realized it was. And yes, there are things I can still improve again about myself. There are still things that I will need to learn if I want to, enjoy my life a lot. But I'm also would like right now to just enjoy who I am, to just enjoy not being great at something, to just enjoy knowing that, there are things I need to improve in my relationships, in my behaviors, in my job, in my finances, that right now I can just take a break and say, you know what? I've done enough. I've been challenged enough. I have grown enough. Let me just trust that this is enough for me to navigate whatever is coming next, rather than always looking for more and always looking for the next thing. And I feel that it makes me feel good. I feel also over the last years, because I have been challenged so much, I have also learned to let go. And I think this is something important to also, actually, maybe the most important thing that I've learned was to let go, was to be, you know what, if this is not perfect, or if this happens this way, it's okay. It's just something that I will find a way to figure out, because I always find a way to figure it out. I always fall back on my feet. I always, every situation I've had to deal with, I've always solved it. I've always found a way. And I feel this is something that I need to trust myself more with, and that also came from all the last years of intense learning, but also just letting the I feel I was always in a kind of masculine mode, in a kind of fighter mode, which makes sense, by the way, because my name, I don't know if I've ever shared this on this channel, but my name actually um, means famous warrior, famous in battle. That's the origin of my first name. And my family name means somebody who has horses, and the family name of my mother means somebody who used to be an executioner in the Middle Age, in like a, yeah, old ages in cities. So basically, my first name and full name are basically telling me that I'm some kind of warrior riding horses and killing people. But it's like it kind of makes sense, but there is also like a bit of this constant fighting, this constant being in soldier mode. I feel there is more different facets of me that can step up. And that reminded me of something that Tony Robbins says. He has like these different models up there, like different parts of you. I don't remember them all. I think there are four of them. I think it's the leader, I think it's the lover, the magician, and the soldier. And I feel I've been in like more like the soldier mode for the last few years, and like taking one battle after the other, and learning the skills in the middle. And I feel it's time maybe for me to be more like a magician, who is just like enjoying life a little bit more, or to be a leader who is kind of like overseeing what I'm doing, and just like directing me, but not forcing me to do things, not forcing me to learn, and to always develop myself. And yeah, I feel it was just just a philosophical thought today. Maybe it resonates with you. Maybe you're also in this phase where you feel like, I've been out there, I've been fighting, I've been building, I've been constantly doing and improving myself, and it's either getting nowhere or it's getting somewhere, but it feels like a constant burden that you are never done with that. Maybe it's time for you to stop and try to do what I'm doing as well, which is to just take a break and just say, you know what, I'm gonna leave for a little bit. So I'm gonna forget that there are all these things I could be doing about myself and about my job and about my finances. I can just like chill for a little bit, and see where it goes, and just trust that with all I already have, it's already enough, and I can just find a way that is a little bit less less fighting and just more wandering, but still with still with some, some good thing that can happen, but not necessarily just you always having on your shoulder all the weight of moving forward. So yeah, I hope that inspires you. I hope that works, because I'm going to try as well, and I'll let you know how it works in a few weeks of let's say, you know what, I've done enough character developments. I'm not a Pokemon in a Pokemon game where I need to keep building myself to the next level, and fighting the, I don't know how you say, like the boss. How do you call it in, I don't know, in English? Like each level you need to fight bigger people or bigger problems to keep moving forward. So I'm not a Pokemon. I don't need to continue doing that. So I'm going to go chill a little bit, and then hopefully, hopefully that works. I'll let you know. And if you don't know me, my name is Chloe, and I'm doing daily video on this YouTube channel to talk about everything that I feel can help me have a great life in my 40s, and any, philosophies, mindset, things I'm doing differently, things I'm really leaving behind for my 30s, and trying differently right now. So if you want to follow that, you can sign up to the channel down below, and I will see you tomorrow for another video.